Great morning, great morning, great morning, everyone. I'm excited, not because it's Friday, but I have been blessed to see another day and blessed to talk to you guys once again. So, I want to start about my testimony on yesterday when I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor, and now when he came in, now this is not my regular doctor, but anyway, when he came in, he said, I noticed that your levels have went down. He said, that means that your diabetes are under control. I said, yes, yes. So he was like, what have you been doing? So I told him most of the time, eliminating a lot of things out of my, I don't call it a diet, but I call it eliminating a lot of things out of my life. Things that I used to eat, normally I don't eat anymore if it's not healthy for my body. And he said, oh, that's great. And, but anyway, to make a long story short, and we got in a discussion about holistic. And, he was like, he's an Asian guy, and he believes in that. He believes in that. I say, yeah, my ultimate goal is to get off of medication and just do everything holistic. He said, that's a great choice. He said, but I can't tell you to do that. I say, oh yeah, I'm aware of that. And he said, but that's a good choice if that's the road that you choose to go down. And I say, yes, that's the road that I am going down. I say, gradually I am eliminating, including my clothes. And I said, I'm getting all linen or 100% cotton. I said, because I read that it can help you to become more healthier. I say, now, I haven't finished my research on that. I said, but, our clothes have a lot to do with our body issues, things that we go through. I say, if we're wearing the wrong clothing and like neon and rayon and synthetic and all of that clothes just thrown together, cheap material, that can increase. It can increase the psychological part. And I found that out to be true. Because when I was wearing, just putting on my clothes and wasn't thinking about what I'm putting on my body, my mood would switch or change. Sometimes we go out like a gloomy day right here, the rain, and it would start, then stop. But some people get depressed over how the weather is. On a gloomy day like this, most of them down and out, depressed, or they don't feel like getting up and moving around. They want to stay in bed all day. They want to put their head up on the covers and not open the curtains, not do anything. So we have to be aware of what we wear. So when I read that article, then I said, that's a lifestyle change for me. I'm investing in 100% cotton or linen, and that includes my bedwear, and everything that I have. So that's my journey. That's my list right there. And he said, that's very interesting. I say, yes, it really caught my eye. And this morning, I got up and I thank God for another day. Just another day, just thank Him. And, when you think back where God has brought you from up until now, and you can say, well, I really don't know. I can't think about what He has done. Well, today is a day that you have never seen. It may be dreary outside, or the sun might be shining wherever you are, but that's enough to give Him grace and mercy and thank Him for grace and mercy. And this morning, I made my juice this morning because I'm preparing myself to go on a 21-day fast. And you guys are invited. You're welcome to go on this journey with me. So I did my little juice this morning. I tried to save some. It's just a little bit. And I keep these sea moss, the sea moss. One day I'm going to learn how to make my own sea moss. But this is not sea moss. I just used a glass this morning to juice some things. And I will post what I have juiced, which I had carrots in there. I had celery in there. I had lemon and ginger and beet juice. I think that's it. I may be missing something. Did I? Yeah, I said ginger. But anyway, I used that this morning. I said, well, I'm going to get up this morning and make me a juice. Speaking of the juice, it's so good. And I was a person did not care for beets, sweet or unsweet. I was like, I'm not going to do that to myself. But I realized beets are healthy for you. And I made this juice this morning, and I was just so grateful that I given up the old lifestyle, the old unhealthy habits that I used to have. And I'm clinging on to the things that can enhance me, that can bring energy to me, that can help me in so many ways. Especially, I used to have fog brain, and now I have clarity where I can see things better. And it's just a total different way of thinking. And I noticed in my skin that I used to have dark circles around my eyes, on my hand, on my feet, and everything that I have been through as far as health-wise. I can see the results. And it may be slow, but I can see the results. And I know that I have this monitor that helps me keep my glucose levels in control. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful. It's just have been an amazing, amazing amazing amazing, I'm telling you, This little monitor have saved my life. So, I am grateful. I drink a lot of black coffee, but I'm slowing down, and eventually I will just fade away on the black coffee. I might do it like every now and then, but there was a time that I had to have my coffee with cream and sugar. I don't have to do that anymore. I'm still working on the tea. So I haven't had the tea like I should, because it's that you have to really acquire the taste. And I do mostly juicing. Now, if I don't feel like juicing, I don't juice every day. But since I'm preparing myself to start a juice fast for 21 days, I notice when some people post their juice, it's in a plastic container. Speaking of plastic containers, it's really not healthy for you. Plastic spoons and forks, bowls, plates, get rid of it. It's not good for you or the environment. So that's all I'm gonna have to say on that. But you can do your own research. So when I began to do my 21-day juice fast, my juice will be in glass containers. And that's all I have to say on that. But like I said, do your research. But I was so grateful on yesterday how everything turned out. And he was like, congratulations, keep up the good work. I said, you are the second person that told me that. But I have listened to, what's his name? Dr. Morgan. I think it's Dr. Morgan, or Dr. Roy Morgan. Anyway, he has a radio station. And like I said, the young lady that was 69 years old, she hipped me to the radio station, and she sent the link to me. And she said, go on and listen to him. She said, I've been doing this about 14 years, and I love him. She said, I even travel and go to where he is. And she said, he just come once a month. And she said, I don't mind traveling. And she said, I'll just sit there and take notes and learn and ask questions. And she said, I get my excitement there. And she said, I just take away a lot of healthy knowledge. And I said, boy, that's what I need. So I am going to, next month, sit in one of his classes. And the amazing thing about it, it's free. It is free. Just get there. It's free. I'm like, yeah, I'll be there next month. So I wanted to come on and just elaborate and, talk to y'all about some things because I'm so excited. I mean, I was near to checking myself out of here if I didn't make those drastic changes that I need to make in my life. I thought I had to live with meat. I thought I had to live eating every day. I thought I had to continue to, have my mouth constantly moving and constantly putting things in it. No, you don't have to do that. I'm going to tell y'all a true story about my mother. My mother was a diabetic. My mother lived from October the 22nd was the last time that she had her eyes open, the last time that she eaten anything. And that was her birthday, October 22nd. October 23rd, Mom stopped talking, closed her eyes, and did not respond. Tried to wake her up and everything. She wouldn't wake up, she wouldn't respond. But they would check her heart and she was still living. My mom did not drink or eat. Okay? Y'all get this. She was a diabetic. She did not drink or eat. December the 4th, she passed away of 2023. That tells me that nothing's impossible with God. If you believe that you can change your life for the better, you can change your situation for the better, you can reverse whatever sickness that you have, whatever disease that you have, you can reverse that if you believe. Now, everybody does the Daniel fast, and that's great because the Bible tells us what we can eat and what not to eat. But are we following the word of God on pertaining to our body, our inner house? Because our house has to be clean as well. It can't be cluttered up. It can't be full of everything, because what you put in there, it's going to have to come out. And if you're not having a regular bowel movement, that's why you see a lot of people, stomachs just start getting big. Some women look like they pregnant. Girl, I ain't pregnant. Then are you having a regular bowel movement? Because that toxin is built up and it has to come out somewhere. So I urge you guys to take care of yourself. Monitor yourself. Examine yourself. And take care of your temple. Take care of your house. I am so excited about what is going on in my life. And it's all good things. So I always say, be healthy. Be healthy. That's the whole man. Being healthy inside and out. And I always say, live life, or life will definitely live you. I choose this day to live the life that I want to live and not let life live it for me or control my life. Think about it. All right, y'all have a great one, and I have to finish my little juice. Yeah. All right. Bye.